G'day, Tonia Reeves, Australian psychic cowgirl here in Sunday Creek, Victoria. I'm laughing because we've had a bit of fun with the reception. So as far as I know, it's good here, and as far as Dave knows, it's good there. So fingers crossed we can get this across the line today. So I hope everyone's week has been great. We're well into 2020 now, which is pretty cool. For those of you that are still struggling or having things come up for you, know that they're things that we need to look at. And I've had that a lot with readings over the last 4 weeks, is to revise what you're being shown needs improvement or you need to look at. So this can be relationships. It can be where you're situated at home or at work. There might be things that are coming up for you that you're struggling to deal with. The better that you take the time to deal with what is needed, the better 2020 is going to be for you. So bear that in mind. It's a really powerful year, but we want to really be in alignment. So for a lot of us, it's just sorting out who's on our side or who's on our team, who's maybe not, and we need to let that relationship go. Get somebody that's on the same wavelength as you as a bit of an accountability partner or friend. Think the problem shared is halved, as we know. And sometimes it's just about being able to have somebody to thrash things out with, I say, like have a bit of a conversation of any area that you're struggling with. Find a friend to be able to have that conversation with, and you will be shown signs. And, often we can help each other out by, listening to somebody else's version of it and seeing what sits right with us. So sometimes just being able to verbalize it, share it amongst others, then we feel a bit of relief with our problem. And for a lot of people at the moment, there are little things that are being blown up. So energetically, we're finding things can be taken out of concept or, in the wrong proportion. So, we're getting a bit muddled. So just be careful on clarity around not only what you're saying, but what you're interpreting that people are saying. Don't take things personally. I feel like the last few days, it's a little bit of a tendency for some to be taking things personally or the wrong way. So it's just a little reminder that I wanted to say there to, say, look, it is relative. We're all kind of going through that energetically. And if we're just aware of it and go, yep, okay, here's some different tools that we have to be able to help each other. And, anything worked out as a team will be more successful. And 2020 really is about collaboration and working in with others. So I always like to help out, friends. I've got a lot of other associates that do the same work as I do. And, we will nut things out together. And, we back and forward to each other, different ideas, and it's a great way to get clarity on things. So I encourage you to do the same. Have a chat to friends, or, might be an acquaintance that you just feel comfortable enough to trust their opinion on, and, ask for some guidance from them as well. So, sometimes it's just a little tiny hints of things that come up for us, and that, the way that we are given guidance for all of us is different. But a really big one, and you often hear me say this, is you have a conversation with somebody, and during that conversation there'll be some kind of message that, your inner guidance goes, that's a really great message for me. So don't lose or don't, be out of touch enough not to get that, because there's a lot of that going on. And you will find the answers. Everything can be worked out. You just remember that is the case. That's just a case of sometimes taking time and being a little bit patient, which, hey, I don't have great patience, and I assume a lot of you are the same. So we get a bit impatient, but, the reminder to come back to self is a really good one. Come back to your own inner guidance. Focus on your meditation, whatever that may be for you. It might be exercising, it might be sitting quietly, whatever it is, to come back to being able to listen to that inner guide and get clarity on it. All right, that's my insights for this week. I'm going to go on to my first caller. I've got Gina in Cape May, New Jersey. Gina, how are you? see if we got reception. Hi, Gina. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Oh, yay. Cool. I can hear you really well. How are you today?
Hello, how are you?
Good. Good. Now, is there something you want me to focus on with connecting for you today?
Yes, my happiness.
Okay. Okay. Can I ask, there's a lady stepping in spirit, and I felt like I wanted to go to Mum in regards to you. It's like she's motherly, and she's stepping in to put her hand out to you and go. It's like a congratulations. So you've taken a leap of faith here. Is what she's showing me.
She's what?
Showing me that you've taken a leap of faith.
Taking a leap of faith. Okay.
Yes. There's something you've changed up, and I feel like I want to go towards the end of last year. You made a decision and you've changed your circumstances, or you've put the ball in motion. So it's almost like, and the question to your happiness is you've started the ball rolling. So it's like I'm gradually getting some how can you say, you're getting signs that things are changing and that your happiness is working out for its highest good. But it's almost like this lady in spirit's coming in, telling you, well done, you've taken the first step. So that to me is like you're already on that path, and well done for getting it straight. And I do want to say, she's shown me you've let go of, it's like you've changed your personal circumstances. There's stuff that you've let go of that you used to do. You don't do it anymore.
I'm not sure what that could be.
Okay. I feel like it's some set of habits that it's almost like, I feel like it's something that was a little bit not for your highest good, and you've made changes around that. There's also what she's showing me is there's a letting go of people that no longer serve you. So for you last year, it's like you worked out who's on your team and who's not. So now coming into this year, I'm surrounded by supportive people, whereas I feel maybe there was some that weren't as supportive for you, that you had to let go. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's another one of well done, and go you. Now, I want to say that there's something around what you're doing, and with this, I want to sort of go to career, but there's something around changes there, or you've started to, have you started to study something different, or it's like you're changing what you do?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Have you looked into changing? Because I see you doing further study, and it's something different. It's like you're changing up what you're doing.
Yes.
It's a little bit like, I'm getting that time for a change for you. And it's almost like what you have been doing, it's served its purpose, but now I want to go for something different. And I see what they're showing me, something different is working with people a little bit more one-on-one, or it's a little bit more face-to-face contact for you.
Okay.
All right. So
I do have that now with my career.
Do you? Well, it's like it's a deepening of that. Like, so it's like, I don't know, more intensive, or you're going to get another qualification that'll be added to what you're already doing, and I'm expanding out on what I'm already doing.
Okay.
With that, yeah, and with that also, there's something around groups, so getting like-minded people together. And it's almost like I see you doing some facilitation around that. So I'm bringing in those that need to be connected and brought together. Can I also ask you about your relationship? There's something around that with, it's like I've changed the type of partner that I'm looking for, or I'm deepening that connection. Where does that fit? It's weird.
My ex came back into my life and broken promises and broke my heart again, and we do no longer have contact.
Perfect. So exciting. It's like, it's almost like you had to get rid of that. He came back for that lesson, and it's like, now I'm ready for somebody else to step in. But it's like, it's almost like I want to say to you, you need to step up a little bit with getting out and meeting. It's like there will be another one around, but we need to step out and break the mold. So it's doing different things to what you're doing at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, and I do want to say this is going back to what Spirit's showing me about you. Well done, because you did call it, and you let your head rule your heart, but there is going to be a benefit from that. So it's like, don't be disheartened with what you've been through. There's somebody really lovely to step up for you.
Okay.
All right. So don't lose faith, because you've got some really great things around you. You've got a beautiful heart. And this lady in Spirit's like showing me, you've got so much love to give, and you're such a sharer and a nurturer that you deserve somebody that's equal to you. And that's who I see stepping in.
Okay.
Okay, so don't lose. I know sometimes we get a little bit disheartened when we've had a really negative experience, but for you, it's like you're done with the negative experiences now. So I'm ready now to step into someone new.
Yeah.
But I want to change things up. So I feel like I want to go dancing, or I need to meet people. For you, it's a little bit, I feel like there's something around it's hard, or you're not out and meeting others very much, so it can be difficult to connect with somebody else. But I see you physically going out and meeting them. It's not just online, or, I feel like I'm physically doing things where I connect with like-minded souls. There's also something about outdoors, and I feel like I'm hiking or I'm on an adventure. So I don't know whether that's to do with you having a vacation but I feel like you're getting out and about.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like I see something around that as well. So it's almost like meeting up with people from different walks of life and connecting with others. And I feel like that's where you're going to connect in with this, romantic connection is going to be doing the things that you love to do, because you'll have that in common.
Okay.
All right. And
yes.
In regards to, also want to, just before I wrap up, show me in regards to health, I want to say to you, things are working out. So I don't know whether there has been a bit of a struggle and I feel like you're coming out of that, but there's something about, don't worry about health, it's all good.
Good.
You made me say that. Yeah. So
Thank you.
A lot of that can be when we're carrying other people's stuff. It makes us heavy and harder to move through things. But the gorgeous lady, I want to say something around grace with her, and it's like she's saying to me, tell her she's going to be okay. So, yeah, I had to pass that on.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right, Gina, I've got to go on to my next caller. Thank you so much for calling in. Keep me posted.
Thank you so much for the reading. Thank you.
My pleasure. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, I have got Kim in Phoenix, Arizona. Kim, how are you? Got a slight delay happening there. Hi, Kim. Can you hear me? Okay. She's getting there. We've had, like I said, a little bit of a challenging connection today, but, that happens, and we normally have a great connection. So just for whatever reason, it's been a little bit up and down. So we're hoping to get Kim back on. Always know that if you are, if we do get stuck with you, you can contact me, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, on Facebook and Instagram. You can message me for those that, if we do lose you via a reading, because I hate for people to drop out, but I know the guys on the radio here always make sure you'll get in somewhere. So if you drop out from me, no doubt the next reader will be your destination. And usually it's funny how it works. It's kind of how it's meant to be. All right, we've got Kim back. Hi, Kim.
Hi. Yes, I'm so sorry. I got disconnected.
That's all right. We've had a day.
I'm doing all right.
What's been happening with you? Did you have something you want me to focus on, Kim?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, I don't know do I need to tell you my birth date or anything like that?
No, that's fine.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to ask about my love life, and my boyfriend's in prison. And so I just want to know if he's the one and if it's the right person for me. Because he is a drug addict. I'm afraid once he gets out. may not be good.
I actually, this has happened for a reason. He's been put aside. So I feel, and what Spirit's coming through showing me is, no, he's not the one. And I'll be honest with you there. But I also want to be honest with you because there's been a lot of work that you've done about your own personal self-development, and we don't want that to go backwards. And I want to say you're quite intuitive and sensitive. So what happens when you're highly tuned and very sensitive, you can be, we're all influenced by who we're with. But I do want to say that anyone that struggles, and you're with somebody that's constantly struggling, it doesn't help you personally. So it's a little bit like you're being dragged back. I do want to say with the chap in prison, he's got his own lessons that he's come in here to learn, and he needs to do that on his own. So it's almost like he could come out and you can help him, but it's not actually helping him. He needs to go through, he's chosen this challenge in his life, but I don't see it being in alignment with you. So to me, that's when I'm shown, no, I don't feel he's the one. I really don't.
Okay.
I feel he's got the potential to change.
Okay.
I do feel he's got that potential, as we all do, but I really feel like he's been pulled away from you for that reason, for you to step forward in what you need to do. And it's almost like I want to say, or what Spirit's showing me is you've got your confidence back since he's been away. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
it's like it's almost like you've been shown that when there's that separation, you're actually getting back to you. You have many gifts and talents, but you're not utilizing him. And it's almost like he's been a bit of a distraction for you. He's stopped you doing what you need to do. Not that he's said that you can't, but your focus has been on him. And this year for you, it's about stepping up for what you need to be doing for you. There's something really creative and that you're really good at that you've given up or you're not doing anymore. And it's like Spirit is showing me they really want you back doing this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
so
really
it's like-
broke my heart. So I really appreciate you telling me that. And so I just kind of been feeling like maybe we shouldn't be together for several weeks. So I just wasn't sure,
Yeah.
And he just said it with my nerve. Yeah.
Oh, and it's heartbreaking, Kim. I totally understand. It's easy for me to stand here and say, no, like this is what I'm getting. But I also want to say, and I can tell that in your voice, that you deep down know what I'm saying to you is correct. And it's like it's been in the back of your mind, but it's just the case of Spirit saying to me, tell her. I do want to say there's a male connecting.
A male what?
Like a male that's already passed in spirit, who's almost like stepping in for you. He's a very strong man. He's quite tall, and I feel like he wore a hat. I even feel like he's a bit like me. He had some sort of hat on, but he's really stepping in to be around you. So it's like I'm protecting her. He's almost like he's got that feeling to me like Archangel Michael, who is someone that protects you and helps keep you safe. So I feel like he's around and he's not going to let you go back. We're moving forward. I also
Really?
feel like
Oh
I'm
my
being
God.
shown.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being shown also there's something around you tossing up with moving, and I feel like that's going to transpire. There's an opportunity or somebody saying to you, come over here, I want you to come, and I feel like I'm relocating. So that's what Spirit's showing me for you.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I've been thinking about moving. And yeah, I've had somebody in another town encouraging me to move outside of Phoenix for safety reasons. And so I've just kind of been putting that on hold. I'm actually living in a hotel. Wow.
There you go. So you're moving.
So,
So it's like I want to say, and it's funny because Spirit is showing me like this. Like I'm wiping my hands clean. So I'm fresh start. It's time to make the change. And it's like when you do that with the relocation, you're going to have opportunities around work, doing some great things and getting back to yourself. It's really important also that you connect to the land and the trees. There's something around you going back into nature, And I see you doing that with the move. So I don't know whether there's trees or there's nature around where you're looking at going, but there's something around you getting out in amongst the nature and getting back it's like you have all these gifts.
In the mountains.
Yeah, you've got all these gifts, and it's like you're not using them. But, just opening them back up again, you're going to be blown away.
Wow, I am blown away. Yeah, so I think this is awesome. And, just talking about my guardian angel, I do sense that often, so I do feel like I have dreams and I have visions of a spirit, and so, but I thought it was a woman, so this is, this is interesting.
Well, there's often that you have a few, but I felt like with this male, I feel like he's a relative, so I feel like this is somebody in spirit from your family, and it's about him stepping in, and there's something around strength and wisdom with him, and that's what you have. You have that inner guidance. You're quite psychic and spiritual, and it's like he comes from that as well. So there's some part in your lineage that he is from, and
maybe it's
stepping
my father.
in for you.
Yeah, I mean, my father always wore a hat, and he was really tall. I don't know.
There you go.
I'm just thinking
Well,
of
it's
my
like
dad.
he's protecting you. It makes sense that he would be your dad. He wasn't necessarily revealing that to me, but he just came in really strong. So it's almost like as you move through this and the challenges, of course, with changing everything up, is calling him and asking him for really strong guidance as well. So it's not to say you've still got your guardian angel, but it's like Dad's there to go, yep, I'm here to help you.
Yeah,
he wants to guide you. Yeah. And it's almost like, I don't know whether he can get the opportunity.
Really tall.
Yeah.
Smoked a cigar.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. And it's like he maybe didn't get the chance to guide you as well as he would have liked in life. So he wants to come and do it in spirit. We lost him. That's okay. Well, I'm nearly out of time anyway. But for Kim, know that Dad is around, and it's like, coming through strongly today is just confirmation on that. And, he will always be there to guide you. But I'd love to hear about how you go, and, I can't wait to see you moving and, bringing about those changes. So it's sometimes as hard as it may be to put that in place. It's like, for Kim and many of you listening, so don't forget a lot of these messages that come through for others, if there's some kind of resonance with what I'm saying, or you get goosebumps as you're listening to this show, know that these messages can be for you as well. So there are many people in a similar situation to Kim where they are making changes. They are getting shown that maybe relationships aren't 100% and they need to make that change. So look for the guidance, and for Kim, it's her dad there saying, come on, I'm going to show you a new way. I'm going to show you a new path. And, we're wiping the slate clean. This year is going to be big for that, for many of you. So please know that when you're getting signs, it might be, I feel like I need to move. I've got itchy feet. It might be the job that I'm doing, suddenly I'm not feeling like that's where I want to be. It might be, I feel like I need to do some exploring. So that might be like going away for a weekend if you're working through the week. All of these things are coming up for us so that we can make the changes that really the universe is giving us signs to do. So if you're getting massive signs, and a lot of people come to me and they say, I don't know what that is, or is that a sign? Hell yeah, it's a sign. It is what it is. We get signs. It's like we get little taps. It's a little bit like that saying, you'll get tapped, you'll get a few knocks, and you get a whack, right? If you're getting signs and you're not paying attention, they get louder and they get stronger. Acknowledge the signs around you. Take note of what you're getting shown, and you will be divinely guided. And trust me on this, it never fails. So, yes, 2020 is about getting out of your comfort zone. Yes, it's about saying yes to things that might scare you. But I do want to say, don't sit in fear because, you're scared to do something. It's like jump and then worry about it later if that's what you need to do. All right? This year's for making stuff happen. Do it. Much love and blessings to you, Tonia Reeves, Australia's psychic cowgirl. I will see you same time, same place next week. Woohoo!